Market crashes have been a part of the present as well as the past. All you need is the right advisor to outshine them. Keep watching the video to find out how the 2008 crash made Robert Kiyosaki a billionaire. Market safe havens. These days, safe havens are hard to come by. Due to the Fed's rapid rate rises, stocks have plummeted. Bitcoin is in a slump, and even the formerly hot real estate market appears to be cooling off. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, thinks that now could be the best moment to become wealthy, despite the temptation to hide out in money. Stick to the next segment to explore Kiyosaki's journey and design your own. Also, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content. The longest bull run in history. In 2011, Kiyosaki made the most money he had ever made. This was because the MBS mortgage-backed securities and the CDL crashes caused the real estate market to collapse, and he backed up the trucks by about $300 million to buy the best properties all over the Southwest. Today, 11 years later, time is different. The longest bull run in history has now ended, and here's the new economy. Today, people who possess Bitcoins and Ethereum are maddened over the abrupt, unexpected drops in the value of the blockchain market. Bitcoin cracks, and so do the owners. The blame game takes a whole different perspective when it comes to Kiyosaki. Obviously, you can't ignore the viewpoint of someone who has not only stepped on the clumsy ladder, but has swiftly climbed his way to the top already. Kiyosaki recommends going beyond the Fed anticipation. According to Kiyosaki, history will show you that there has never been a soft landing. Rather, it's more of a Fed talk. Inflation death to GDP was 30%, and today it's 125%. If you believe the numbers, then let it be known to you that Kiyosaki has made more money in the last 3 years than in his whole life, and that's where he aims to provide a whole new picture to the young investors of the market crashing with the Bitcoin right now. Fed will not always be there to save you. The reverse repo market generates $2 trillion US daily, and the Fed anticipations are nowhere near saving the investors. There are no stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or ETFs that Kiyosaki owns. He keeps his hands off the paper. It's clear that he never advised you to do the same, but there's a small problem Kiyosaki would want young investors to recognize. Kiyosaki believes that people have been brainwashed by the Fed Treasury. You must be aware of the normal course. Complete your education, get employment, pay taxes, secure a higher paying position, and make investments in long-term, well-diversified portfolios of equities, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. But what's the issue with the normal course? Come with us to the next segment to unveil it. The trick of the market. On 2 hours as a Marine helicopter pilot, Kiyosaki returned from Vietnam in 1974. He saw communism in action, and it was not pleasant. The ERISA was adopted by the US government. ERISA now refers to an IRA or 401k. Kiyosaki came to the conclusion that his generation, the boomers, were being indoctrinated into the stock market, given the fact that they had little financial knowledge. The biggest delusion in 1974 was the unexpected emergence of school instructors as financial advisors. Kiyosaki witnessed the horror. It was like the poor leading the blind. Today, baby boomers are betting that the stock market in their 401k continues to rise as the Social Security falls. Do you believe it's an accident? Kiyosaki too got tricked in the bulls market. Whenever the Fed lowered interest rates, he bought an apartment. 13,000 apartments became his property. Every time the Fed lowered interest rates, his property values rose, but he upgraded them and refinanced, so now he owes no money on any of them. A total of 13,000 units are tossing money. That's a saying of Kiyosaki, to sit in a bull market even idiots feel smart. However, Kiyosaki was a sheer sharp investor to be tricked, and he used a crooked way. Do not live debt-free. Kiyosaki used debt since it was made up of tax-free money, so he renovated all 13,000 of his units and kept purchasing more with the money he made by refinancing when interest rates fell. He came out in quite good shape. You must have heard live debt-free. Well, Kiyosaki clearly doesn't do that. A good piece of advice Kiyosaki gave is not to flip properties. All of those men who were flipping were subject to tax penalties. Kiyosaki never lost his cool. He borrowed this tax-free money, and in addition, he had to start investing at a 12% interest rate. He enjoyed taking on debt and didn't pay taxes since he was given 3 different sorts of tax benefits for borrowing money to finance his properties: appreciation, depreciation, and amortization. As a result, he zeroed out his taxes. Ultimately, his financial cost, his tax on debt, becomes zero. He essentially offset his income taxes by using depreciation, amortization, and tax appreciation, the tools of the trick itself. Such possibilities are endless. All you need to do is think out of the box. You can be rich! According to Kiyosaki, there are more opportunities than ever before, but not if you've been tricked into going to school, landing a job, filing taxes, paying off your debts, and making the stock market investments. This bubble right now is a bigger bubble than 2008. This is the everything bubble. Every investment opportunity will be allured towards a straight path, which supposedly never ends. Coming to the end of our video, there's another piece of advice from Kiyosaki. Be careful who you listen to, because your best asset, but also your biggest liability, are the ideas in your head, and be careful who puts them there.